Alright, I'm sorry I haven't made a video in a while, guys. It's because I've been too busy doing other stuff, and also I had like no ideas on what to put on my channel. But since I'm here now, and let's get started, shall we? Today I will be making a video, discussing about the current state of video games as we are speaking as of right now. How this video is going to work is that I will state three of the three main flaws in the game industry these nowadays, and go into further detail as the video progresses. Now let's get started. The three main things that I will be complaining about will be: first, the DLCs; second, the lackluster content; and also the bloody easy gameplay. And now let's start off first with the DLCs. How I look at DLCs is that I look at them as a way for companies, video game companies to be exact, to squeeze out more money from the consumer's pockets. You know, to think it's enough that we spent $60 for a game. The game companies, they just think it's not enough. You know, they want to squeeze more money out of our pockets. You know, and they will know that their fans would do it since they're stupid enough to do it anyways. You know, and a perfect example would be Battlefront. You know, a game with so much promise last year has a crap load of DLCs, you know. And even with the DLCs, the game still lacks any content, you know. And I take it for me, I know for myself, and me like an idiot, I still had hope in Battlefront, you know. I purchased the Outer Rim DLCs, I purchased the Cloud City DLC, and still the game barely lacks any content, you know. I mean, EA is too focused. I mean, I don't know who's in charge of the game. It could be either EA or Dice, but I'm going for both of them. They were too focused on the star cards and the guns rather than the actual content, you know. I mean, yeah, they got the maps and the star cards and the guns, but that's exactly where it ends, you know. Nothing new, nothing really new, you know. I still feel like the game lacks any content, you know. And they just seem that for every single little map they make, they feel that us as the consumers, we should pay for the maps that should have been added over a year ago, and that's extremely stupid, you know. I mean, it's a good marketing scheme, but really it's just really stupid, you know, and really inconsiderate to both the fans and to both the consumers, you know. I mean, yeah, for just the consumers mainly, you know. Another example. Okay, now we're moving on to the second reason is the lackluster gameplay. And a perfect example for that will be No Man's Sky, which is one of the main games that people have been complaining about this year, especially from all the mainstream YouTubers. Anyone would suffice, actually. And No Man's Sky was given so much promise. The guy stated that it will be an exploring game where you go out and explore and find things to upgrade your weapons and upgrade your ship and so on and so forth. It's pretty much a scavenging game where you just find and collect items and make something new out of it. But as it's stated I think Sean Murray, yeah, I think it was by him. But right when the people paid $60 for the game, they knew that the 90% of what that guy stated was full of crap, you know? And you know that a game is bad if you were to go on the Steam page right now for the game and see that they have a refund, in the state they have a refund policy, and along with a bunch of negative reviews, which is already a sign right there that this guy is a fucking liar and a manipulator, you know? Saying all these statements that apparently are in the game, but as soon as you play it, it's not there, you know. Oh yeah, not to mention about the multiplayer. Not to mention about the multiplayer. That's also not there either, you know. So yeah, it's not only No Man's Sky. There's a lot of other games too that also lack content. Battlefront from the other reason as to why video games are garbage these days. And to think I'm the only one with a brain with this whole nonsense, with this whole crap, you know? I mean, I'm the only one who's actually thinking about this. Well, most people that I mostly talk to, they're completely blind about it, and they're totally acceptable about this. And I'm just like, why are you acceptable? I mean, why are you accepting this crap? You know? I'm serious. Everybody. I mean, if I were to like, I mean, if I were to like complain about a game such as Destiny, people would literally rant on about me like a bunch of rabid Christians telling me why I'm wrong and why Destiny is one of the best games of all time. You know, even really it's not. You know, Destiny is the huge mark and is the biggest mark of all time in the decline of game and video games. You know, I find it astounds me as to why people are acceptable of these games. You know, of these horrible, crappy games. And last but not least, most of the games are bloody easy these days. I mean, I seriously can't remember the last time I ever played any game that was challenging, you know? I can't remember a single game that I ever played in my lifetime. I mean, well, not in my lifetime really, but in my life so far that's been hard, you know? I think the last time I played something that was actually pretty hard but rewarding at the same time was this SpongeBob game that I had for the Game Boy. That was called I can't remember what it was called. I think it was called Battle for Bikini Bottom. I think that's what it was called. Oh, here it is. I found it. It's called Creature from the Krusty Krab. Now that game is actually a really challenging game. I mean, to think that as a SpongeBob game, you actually think it would actually be pretty easy. No, it is pretty hard. You know, it took me hours just to complete all the levels. You know, it took me forever to complete all of it. You know, it's amazing though. The fact that I found a game from a Game Boy Advance that came out almost a decade ago is actually more challenging than the modern day video games. That is the saddest thing ever, you know? That a freaking SpongeBob game was more challenging than your modern day video games. You know? I mean, another example for a game that actually lacks content would honestly have to be, in my opinion, I mean, please don't get me wrong. I mean, please don't get mad at me. Is Fallout 4, you know? As much as I love the living hell out of Fallout 4, I just can't help but just think that this game lacks any content, you know? I mean, the only thing that has me going for it is me going out and scavenging for things and scrapping resources from those items that I scavenged, put them all together and got the resources out of that junk that I collected from all over the wasteland, and then use those materials to make upgrades of my weapons. That's like the only thing I have left to live for on that game, on Fallout 4. But when it comes to the main missions, they're very lackluster. I mean, they're very lacking. You know, I feel like Bethesda could have added more to the depth of the story and mainly the missions in general. You know, mainly the grinding missions. I mean, and like, okay, then you have the main story missions, and then you have the grinding missions, which is just go out. Is either go to this certain place, kill the enemies that live there, or kill the enemies, clear out these areas, claim these settlements, get this certain thing from this certain place. It's just repetitive and so annoying, you know? I mean, as much as I love Fallout 4, I can't stress that one main thing that I hate about it so much, you know? I cannot stress that enough, you know? And yet, there's always going to be people that are going to support that, you know? They're saying that, oh, you don't know real games when you play it, man. You don't know real games when you play it, man. I was like, shut the hell up. You don't know what real games are. You don't. You know? God, most of these games are just so mind-numbingly bad. And I'm tired of it. You know, I'm tired of this trend going on about easy games, you know? I mean, I have heard of this game called Dark Souls. I mean, I heard it's pretty challenging, which is something I am looking forward to. I mean, and I also heard that you also lose your shit in Dark Souls. So I'm just like thinking, oh, okay, so I pretty much have to work my way up from the bottom to the top. All right, it's those games, and once I make it to the top, I no longer have to really stress over anything. So I'm guessing it's one of those kind of games. So yeah, that's like the only game I'm kind of looking forward to. But that's mainly it. But yeah, that's the end of my rant. I mean, that's over the three main things that I hate about modern day gaming. And the extra one, the rapid screaming fans that'll defend any crappy game for any reason whatsoever, for any reason, you know, for as an extra. Let me just reinstate myself. Rapid fans that would defend anything for no reason. There you go. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed my little rant. And if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me, which won't really be too often. Because things happen, and which will result in me not making any videos for a long while. So if you still are interested in seeing more from my channel, please make sure to stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.